Welcome to part 2 of horoscope matchmaking. Last video we've seen about matchmaking. I made it a part 1 video of it. So if you have not seen that video, I will give the link to it in the comment section. So you can go and watch that as a part 1 and come back to this, because there is always a connection with the previous part 1. So if you directly jump into part 2, you may not be able to understand it. Kindly go and look into the part 1 that I have mentioned. Okay, coming to the part 2 of horoscope matchmaking. No, it is always difficult when we have to match two horoscopes, because matching the two horoscopes is not an easy task, because you have to understand the mindset of the two people whom you are uniting, because they have to lead a very happy life. So if they are not going to lead a happy life, no matter whatever, so you can say that karma is the thing, but at last there is a good chance that the astrologer would be blamed for that. So we should never give room for that. So let's look into more intricacies of horoscope matchmaking as a part 2. Let's move on to that. Okay, so last time we have took an example of an Aries ascendant. So we will still go with the Aries ascendant, because just to ensure that there is no confusion. So let's go into the horoscope. So let's take this horoscope that you're seeing on the screen right now is an example of an Aries ascendant. So take it as for example, take it as a boy's horoscope. Okay, for this horoscope, you need to match a girl. So this horoscope is very important. Last time we have seen an horoscope where there is only connection of Jupiter, or where there is only connection of Saturn or a Mars in the ascendant. So you have to link the same sort of horoscope with that person. So here it's a mix. So when there is a mix, then there are high chances that we need to be more cautious in matching the girl's horoscope for this particular boy's horoscope. Okay, so let's jump into the horoscope. So this is an Aries ascendant. It has Saturn and Jupiter. Both, you can have Saturn and Jupiter both aspecting in the ascendant, or you can also keep like Saturn and Jupiter in the ascendant itself. Or you can have a Jupiter aspecting the ascendant through its 5th aspect, and Saturn aspecting the ascendant through its 3rd aspect. So Saturn also could aspect through its 10th aspect, and Jupiter can also aspect through its 9th aspect. So these are probabilistic combinations of Jupiter and Saturn for that particular Aries ascendant. So what is the right horoscope to match for this particular boy's horoscope? We come to that girl's horoscope. Okay, so Aries ascendant we saw. I took an example of, for an Aries ascendant boy, let's take an example of a Leo ascendant girl. So this Leo ascendant is basically Simha Lagna. If you see this horoscope, that person itself has a Saturn in the ascendant itself. Okay, Saturn is there, and there are chances of Jupiter aspecting from the 5th house through its 9th aspect. Jupiter is aspecting the ascendant. So there is Saturn-Jupiter connection. Or else you can have, just excuse, so Saturn here. Saturn can aspect through its 10th aspect also, right? So you can have Saturn here aspecting and also Jupiter aspecting it. Or else you can have Saturn aspecting through its 3rd aspect, and then Jupiter aspecting its, through its 7th aspect or through its 9th aspect. So this is the combination. So Aries ascendant, Leo ascendant. Okay, so it's a friendly ascendance. So when you see the planet becomes more important than the ascendant. So now next we see another horoscope, another girl's horoscope, which can match with this boy's horoscope. Okay, so why only Jupiter and Saturn? We are talking only about Jupiter and Saturn as the malefic planet, a benefic and a malefic. So when you have benefic and a malefic, the person has both good and bad qualities. So he becomes good when it is necessary. When he needs to be bad, he will be bad during that time due to combination of Jupiter and Saturn. This can also happen if there is a combination of Mars. Forget about Saturn. We have Jupiter and Mars, for example. Same same girl's horoscope which we saw, same ascendant, except Saturn. Here we are having Mars, because Mars is also a second malefic next to Saturn. So Mars aspecting through its fourth aspect, and Jupiter is also aspecting it. Mars straightly aspecting through its seventh aspect, Jupiter is also aspecting it. Jupiter aspecting through its ninth aspect, and Mars is still aspecting it. Mars is in the ascendant itself. Okay, so these are the next probable combinations we can have. So like Jupiter Saturn in the girl's horoscope we saw. So we can have a Jupiter Mars combination also. Even though the boy may not have this Jupiter Mars connection to the Lagna, since the boy has Jupiter and Saturn, we can link an horoscope which has Jupiter Mars also. So in order to give you that information, I have taken this particular example. Okay, this is one rule which we saw for this thing. So next, let's take another example. Let's take another boy's horoscope. Okay, so we have seen Aries ascendant. Let's look at the Cancer ascendant. So Cancer is Karkataka, Kataka Lagna or Karkataka Lagna. What do you say? Cancer ascendant. If you see, Jupiter is aspecting it and Saturn is also aspecting it. Or Jupiter and Saturn sitting together in the seventh house and directly aspecting it. Jupiter aspecting from the fifth house and Saturn aspecting from the fourth house. So again, this particular boy has the connection of Jupiter and Saturn to his ascendant or Lagna. So Jupiter and Saturn both are connected. So how do we match a girl's horoscope for this particular boy's horoscope? That is Cancer ascendant. Now girls is Kumbha Lagna or Aquarius ascendant. See, Aquarius is 8 places from Cancer. Sashtashtaka becomes 6 and 8. Moreover, ascendant of Cancer. Cancer ascendant is Cancer sign is ruled by Moon. And Aquarius ascendant, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Saturn and Moon are big enemies. So you might say that this horoscope should not be linked. Okay, that is one thing. So what is the next aspect? So the boy has Jupiter and Saturn connected to his ascendant. So he has the nature of both Saturn and Jupiter. So does this girl also have the same combination? So it is necessary. Okay, so let's go one step further. The ascendant lords are enemies to each other. But still we see, is there any Jupiter and Saturn connection? Let's see. So this girl has Jupiter in the ascendant, number one, and Saturn sitting in the seventh house and aspecting the ascendant. So Jupiter and Saturn combination is there. Okay. You can put a tick mark, or else you can have Jupiter in the fifth house and aspecting the ascendant. Okay, and Saturn aspecting the ascendant through its 10th aspect. So Jupiter and Saturn again connected. Or else you can have Saturn in the 11th house aspecting through its third aspect, and Jupiter still aspecting it, or Jupiter being in the ascendant. So again, Jupiter-Saturn combination is there. Okay, there is one important point which you should have noticed. I have mentioned the Moon here. Okay, so the ascendants are enemies, Cancer and Aquarius. I have kept Moon in Gemini. So there is a rule saying that even though the ascendants are enemies to each other, you can link a horoscope provided Moon is seven houses away from Moon aspects each other. It should be Sama Sabdama. So this is Gemini sign. So Gemini sign, Gemini Moon, this boy. If the girl has exact Moon opposite to that particular Moon, then also you can link that horoscope. This is a special rule. Okay, because Moon is mind. So you always get attracted to somebody who is opposite to you, in front of you, who has the exact opposite nature. Okay, suppose you are a very calm person. You want to express yourself, but you are not of that type. But when you see somebody expressing themselves and being loud, bold, however, you can be self-confidence, egoistic, whatever words you want to say, you can put. You see that you get attracted because those qualities you don't have, but that person is expressing it. So this is how the house that is opposite to you, the seventh house. So if you see seventh house from the Moon, this is Gemini and Sagittarius. If the boy is born in if the girl is born in Sagittarius Moon, you can still link. So that's why for this boy's horoscope, I have kept Moon here. So still you can link it. So this is a special rule. Combination, first ascendant. Okay. So ascendant has to be friends. Okay. If they are not friends, so what? Go to the next thing. So how is the planetary aspects conjunction? This person has Jupiter Saturn connection. Does this girl also have? Yes. Okay. Moon. Both are, so Jupiter and Saturn are not there. Only Jupiter is connected. It's okay. But still, moon or both moons are 7 houses from each other, opposite to each other. Yes, you can link that also. So in order to bring this, I've explained this combination. Okay, let me explain one more combination. Another girl's horoscope for the same boy's horoscope. We've seen Cancer ascendant boy, and this is a Virgo ascendant girl. Virgo is Mercury, ruled by Mercury. Though the moon likes Mercury, Mercury doesn't like moon. Okay, so this is like one-sided attraction. Okay, but still you can link this horoscope. That's why I've got this. Okay, because Jupiter again aspecting. I don't want to mention like which aspect and all that. By now you should have known like how the Jupiter and Saturn aspecting. So Jupiter is aspecting, the Saturn is aspecting. Saturn is again aspecting, Jupiter is aspecting. Jupiter and Saturn sitting together and aspecting. The combination, that issue is resolved now. Okay, doesn't mind. So ascendant matters only as the first step. Once any of the other rules, second or third rule that I mentioned, if it is satisfying, then the ascendant rule gets nullified. So this is the most important part of horoscope matching. Still, there are few more rules. So let's move on to the last part of horoscope matchmaking in my upcoming video. So here I end my video. So kindly, if you have any queries or comments, kindly please do comment and I shall be happy to answer you. Okay, bye.